Hi again, breakfast cereal eaters, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Box. So what have we got this time? Well, you may remember a couple of months ago I did a review on the new Coco Pops Choco cereal. Kellogg's have clearly been very busy and released Coco Pops Mega Pops and also Coco Pops Loops. Let's take a look and do a review. So to kick things off, we'll start off with these Coco Pops Mega Pops. And whilst these were new here in the UK, they had actually been available in the European market. So in 2014, I actually came across this packet here of Jumbos. They were actually sold in discount stores here in the UK, but they were predominantly European. But hey, it's nice to see them over here. I think the closest thing that we actually had to them here was actually Kellogg's Strike. That came out in 2014. And you'll see that in this case, they've obviously got football-shaped balls, and again, that was to tie in with the offer that they had with the Panini stickers, but they were only available for, I don't know, maybe sort of 6 months or so. Anyway, that's the front. On the back of the packet, it's nice to see that you've got an activity, fairly straightforward. You've obviously got to work out which straw leads Coco Monkey to his Mega Pops. But that's enough of that. Let's have a look inside. So here we have the Mega Pops. We'll pour some into the bowl. And there we go. Let's have a look inside. So I guess the first thing that strikes you is just actually that they aren't as circular as the Kellogg Strike and what I thought they would be. So they're quite sort of roughly made around the edges, quite reminiscent of the Coco Rocks actually, the sort of, not the chocolate filled ones, but the sort of crispier ones. So we'll give them a try now. Yep, they're certainly very crispy and crunchy. I'm sure they'll be nicer with some milk. Yeah, so they're not bad at all actually. A little bit different from the Chocos that I'd featured before, because those are much crispier than these. But these feel like they've got a lot more air inside of them, but clearly not as much as Coco Pops. Yeah, not bad. I'd be quite happy to buy them again. So given that these cereal brands are always competing against each other and offer similar products, I thought let's compare them. So in terms of the Mega Pops, then the actual nearest equivalent to that is Nesquik cereal. So here we have the two side by side. And can you tell which is which? Well, I'll give you a clue. The Mega Pops is very, very slightly bigger. I mean, we're talking about millimeters here. But other than that, they're exactly the same. And more importantly, they taste the same as well. So the next one we've got is Coco Pops Loops. And I haven't seen anything like this at all for Kellogg's. I mean, they're fairly similar to Honey Loops, but obviously chocolate flavoured. So good to see something totally new on this front. On the back, you have an activity. And again, it's one of these sort of hieroglyphic type ones. And all I can say really is just how disappointed I was, because it is exactly the same as the version that appeared on Coco Pops Chocos. So really don't know why they did that. I think it's a bit lazy of Kellogg's really, because, you know, as a minimum they could have done some different secret messages on this one, but they didn't. And hey, we've got exactly the same packet. So we're now going to look inside this one as well. And here we have them. So you'll see they're quite similar to Cheerios. So rough around the edges, but let's try them. Yep, these are okay actually. They're much denser than the Mega Pops. I feel like they've got less air inside, but the taste is exactly the same. So in terms of what else is on the market compared to these loops, well, they look very much like Cheerios, I know, but Nestle don't actually do chocolate variations anymore. They did used to do a chocolate Cheerio, but that got discontinued. I'm assuming it wasn't that popular. But the most obvious one is, of course, Weetabix Weetos. So let's compare the two side by side. And here they are. So can you tell the difference? They are almost the same. The only difference, similar to the Mega Pops, is that the Loops has that slightly shinier, glossier finish to it, whereas the Weetos is matte. And again, these taste exactly the same. So total copying on the part of Kellogg's for this Weetos cereal. So I think it's really interesting that the cereal companies all seem to be copying one another in terms of the actual look and taste of their cereals. But at the end of the day, I think all credit to Kellogg's for actually introducing a new cereal. And well, not actually one cereal, 3 new cereals in as many months. And it's always good to see these sorts of things on the shelves. I haven't seen an advert for this one yet, so keep your eyes peeled. They may be appearing on the TV soon, and who knows how long these will be available for. It may be fairly short-lived, or they may last quite a number of years. Certainly all of these I'd look to buy again, and yeah, I'd recommend them. I think they're worth giving them a shot. If you've got views on this, then please add them to the comments, and as always, if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe to this channel, like and share it, or visit my website cerealoffers.com, click on Kellogg's and then Coco Pops.